Hello students, hope you all are fine and safe. We were discussing about our chapter number 9, who do plants and trees belong to. We have seen whom these plants and trees they belong to. So there are some plants that are very useful to us and we can see them all around us. And there are some plants that are not that much useful to us and they grow very rapidly and we can see them here and there like weeds. Okay. Now, there are some plants that have a lot of medicinal values in them. Though they are not that much popular and they are found rarely here and there, but they are very much common in the forests, right? And some plants, in these plants, they have lot of medicinal values and they are very much useful in the Ayurvedic treatments. Like as I told you earlier also, Ayurvedic means when we use some herbs along with some exercise and some typical type of foods. So we used to treat the different types of diseases, different type of illness while using these Ayurvedic medicinal plants, right? Now the plants like if we see Amalaki and Gugul, they cure and prevent the heart diseases, right? Same way, Bringraj, Gotukola and Amalaki, they are very good for liver also. So, if any person is suffering from these diseases, anything related to these parts of the body, then in Ayurveda, that is in traditional curing, we use these type of herbs, right? Same way, if you talk about the roots of Shilajit, Triphala and Sarsaparilla, they provide relief from joint pains. So, the people when they get old they used to have lot of joint pain. That means the calcium in the body it gets reduced and it may result in the joint pain. So these plants they give lot of relief from the joint pains. Same way if you talk about Damiana, Pipali and Hawthorn, they relieve from the stomach pain. That means if you are suffering from any indigestion or stomach pain, these plants they give you lot of relief, right? So there are some domestic plants also. So the students, these domestic plants they very useful to us, right? We know these plants they provide us oxygen and they keeps the environment neat and clean. Same way they provides us food. So we get fruits, vegetables and cereals, pulses all from these plants. Same way they give us shade and they are the home for many plants and animals. That means many plants and animals they live on these trees. So these trees play very important role in our environment, right? Same way if you see some plants they are grown only to add beauty to the garden, to make the garden very beautiful, right? So the plants like bougainvillea, crotons and all, though they don't bear any fruits or any beautiful special type of flowers, but still people like to grow these plants in their garden just to give a beautiful look to their garden, right? And seasoning flowers also. So these plants they are called ornamental plants. That means the plants who may not be that much useful for any other purpose but just they are to give the beauty to the garden, to make the nature more beautiful. So these plants are called ornamental plants, right? So as we talked, the type of plants and trees that we grow they generally depend on what type of soil is there and the type of climate, right? So these are two important factors that affect the growth of any particular plant or a tree. So the type of plants and trees grow in different places are mostly because of the particular climate and the soil of that particular place, right? Now if you talk about some of the people who generally live in the forest and they survive on the products, forest products as their livelihood. These people are called tribes or we can say tribals, right? So these people they mostly survive or they earn their living through the forest products, and they treat these forests as their friends, right? So these forest dwellers, they always fight for the protection of their forest. They always try to conserve their forest, and they know that these forests are the only source of their income, so they always try to protect their forest. They depend on these forests for their earnings, for their life survival, right? And they know about these plants in very much deep. That means they know about each and every plant, how much it is useful, what are the medicinal values that particular plant have, what are the different diseases it can cure. They have very great knowledge, though they are not that much educated, but with their experiences and their closeness with these type of plants, they can easily sense, they can easily judge the medicinal values of these plants. Even they know the plants that are very much poisonous, like if we see poisonous ivy and bichu booty, these are some of the poisonous plants that are very much famous in the forests. And the tribals, they know about these properties and that they are poisonous, and they never try to reach to these plants. They always try to protect themselves, keep them safe from these harmful plants. And same way, they never try to eat the different types of mushrooms that can be poisonous to them. So as they live very near to the forest and they depend on these forests, from the forest products they get different things, they make different things, they sell them, they earn money, and they fulfill all their basic needs. So these tribals, they are these forests are like friends to these tribal people, right? So students, we should also learn from these tribals, right? They give very simple message that the forest, they are our friends, and we should always try to make our environment green and clean by growing more and more plants and by avoiding the cutting of our plants. So who these trees and plants belong to? It belongs to us. We are the responsible citizen. It is our responsibility to take care of our plants because they serve us. They give us a healthy life. They give us a fresh oxygen to breathe, and they try to keep us always healthy and fit. Right? So hope you have understood the chapter. Read the chapter properly, and if you have any doubts, we can clear in doubt clearing session. Till then, bye. Have a nice day. Take care.